Sparky42 back with another recap. This look you're looking at, this is just something that I was messing around the other time, but I'll explain it to you now. Daytona and Talladega usually cause a big lag spike when on my end whenever I stream over 200 miles an hour. So this is why from now on there will be recap videos when there's going to be tracks like these. But anyways, other than just that, this one starts race 2 of round 2 of the round of 12, and it is Talladega. So I'll give you a cool preview look at the first lap, and we'll see from there.
Still there.
Hit once was first stage, I think, coaster.
Hold me a good wheel here. Careful, still there. Clear all around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just riding back in 16th, baby.
So we did start like in 6th place, like this by random draw to start the race, and pretty much immediately after, once everybody was trying to get settled in for what you saw there, it just quickly became single file right there at this point. Already at the start, like we were hanging in there, like sitting there, like in that top 7 or top 8 position at that point. We managed to get through at least the good first 10 laps. I think it was under green, I think, if I remember that correctly. So we managed to go through there, and then this happened right at the portion. Now, you already saw the first clip. I want to give a complete shout out to the Xbox gamer, PTH the GOAT, for letting me get some clips out of this. I have a lot of respect for him and for what he does and everything else. So this is a big respect to him for letting me use some clips to make and all that good stuff. But yeah, here's what brought out the first caution. So yeah, that became the first caution of the race. So now that just gave a open window of opportunities for drivers. They could come in, try to get a full tank of fuel, either call 4 tires or right side tires. I think I came in, decided to get a full tank of fuel, and I think I called for 4 tires. So I called for 4 tires, and here we are. We restarted. We did restart nearly almost, I think it was nearly up that front pack of it. But I think a second caution did happen at that topic. I don't have a clip of it, but I know a second caution, I think, did happen at that point, at that time. So that gave some strategy things. Is are people gonna come in or are they gonna stay out? I decided to come in when that second caution happened. So they got me back nearly at the back of the pack. But then when 5 to go, 5 laps left of stage 1 did happen. This happened on this replay here.
Hard from the outside.
So yeah, that did kind of suck right there. That lag happened right in front of me, but even though it was still early. But if you look at the points off at last week, that's a little bit frustrating because like that cut line whenever it's a race like this, it's always so thin and close like that. But nonetheless, here is the results of stage 1. Tony Sniper Hybrid got his first stage win of the season with even 40.88 behind him. J. Cole 66 in third, Piston 95 in fourth. PTH finishes in fifth. C. Johnson 6. Turbo 1.5 finishes 7th. Kibbles 8th. Warren 9th. And Lyons 10th. So now here we are. We're ready to go back to green flag racing. But then almost nearly a handful of laps, this happened right off the get-go. So a quick early caution in stage 2 made a different plans on how everybody was going to do, if they're going to come down pit road or stay out. I was at the back like when this happened, and luckily it was me and the 20. We actually managed to get out of that one alive. So I was actually surprised that we actually made it out of there. And we have, I think like everybody came in, almost what it looked like. More maybe not everybody, I don't know, might have to go back. But anyways, there are option people coming down pit road, and here we are going back to the restart. So now this opened up a door of opportunity that now we are thinking about green flag pit stops that could happen in the play. But as soon as a green flag pit stop was about to start, this happened to ruin it.
Oh my god, they're all...
Drop your speed, driver.
So yeah, that was strange. We had a wreck that just happened when green flag stops was about to happen. But luckily for everybody, this gave a opportunity for everybody to try to come down pit road or probably stay out. I think I was in the middle from like of that before that wreck happened, and I was actually saving fuel, so I stayed out at this point. Which I think in that point the 47 was the leader at the time, and that was a crazy strategy call, but it actually does help for track position, especially after that miserable stage 1 where I finished 13th. So now here we are, we're getting ready to hit the restart, and I guess there is some tempers flaring, probably from one move that just happened. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say in my defense here, I guess the 4 got so completely pissed, think I chopped up in front of his nose. But I'm going to say a couple of things. One, because of different perspectives that some people can't even tell, that I was trying to get back in line because I wasn't trying to like go ahead and start making a move. Number 2, there was only like that amount of laps left of stage 2. I wasn't going to just drop back in line and give that up either. And I'm going to go ahead and like add a third thing. I know like back then, like earlier, and I didn't get this because we were green flag at this point. He must have got pissed, and other than just what happened, I think like before it, when I said I'm not lifting if I end up seeing a hole. So because I thought I saw a hole from that earlier encounter, that's when I said I'm not lifting for it because I'm going for that hole. He says I'm not braking. Like what? Like, first of all, you need to get your facts straight. And 2, that's just say, do you not think that I know exactly what I'm doing? If I see a hole, I'm taking it. And to be honest, if the 4 was in my shoes, he would have done the same damn thing. But anyways, enough smack talk. Let's get back to it. So, we were in a position. Well, I was actually in a position. I was in second at this point. So I was waiting for a opportunity to see who was going to go. And I heard about the one wanted to go with. So, I'll let you all see it. What happened there.
I'll spin it with you guys. Left side.
There you go, Spark. Take
Hold on. Careful, Bill.
Couple things I want to know about that. One, it was not the 47. That's my apology for it. I'll put down a text of that. It was actually the 96. I normally thought it would have been the 47 because I was helping and pushing during that time. I was helping the 47 like a bunch right there, like in the early part of the race. So I thought it was the 47. I just had the 47 in my mind. But then the second thing, like seconds later, after what happened there, and to be honest, I really felt bad for that. I was trying to get back down the block, but then I felt bad at that. I messed up a block, like a little too late, and I guess like I don't know, a bad chop block happened in place. But anyways, if you want to know how the last lap of stage 2 went, here it is for you.
Goes the whole field.
Here, no pressure from behind.
Yeah,
On outside. Clear all around. Next time it's a different flag. It'll be the checker. Steve, I don't know if you guys can run.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked. My first stage win of the season. I didn't think it was really going to happen. Because of that, well, all thanks to that move, all I just had to do was just block that inside. So, yeah, other than myself finally get a stage win for a playoff point, here is your stage 2 results. As you can see, I think you could see it from the mirror. You could saw whoever finished second and third at that point. Turbo 1.5 finishes 4th. We got Piston 5th. Kibbles 6th. Line 7th. It only fell down that much, so it wasn't necessarily big. DD King, who I did pass like a lap and a half to go in the backstretch, finishes 8th. Sniper Hyper 9th. And even for your 10th place finisher of stage 2. So now the last stage was pretty simple. It was actually pretty simple, and we actually did like it managed to stay pretty well clean. I will say that for sure. I was pretty happy that it did stay clean throughout the rest of the way, so I was pretty happy that it did happen at that point. So, because it's only you get like, because it's Talladega, and the last time I checked, it was like 19 laps of fuel on a ×2 where you get for on a 1 tank of fuel. So that's what we did. So, but I managed to stay with. So I decided, I'm gonna work with the 19, and work in this group, in the pack with the 19, and see what we're gonna do here. So that's stay green for the rest of the way. I stay in the group with the 19. I think he was the lead pack at the point, and we made it through this run. The green flag stops, and me and the 19, we did right side tires, which I think it was a pretty smart move that we did. So we called right side tires, so I was pretty happy that we did that call. And we actually came out the third car out of that pit lane group that was in. So I was with the 19 was out first, the 47 I think came out next, and then I was right behind them. And we actually managed to get back in line very well pretty quickly right there. So that did manage to stay green for the rest of the way, even while clearly almost the entire field was being separated. The 10 did manage to get back up with us as well. But then now we did have, and I think it did stay quiet throughout the most of it. So after a cycle stops, 19 was in the lead, 47 was in second, and I was sitting in third. All I was just doing is just sitting on the inside lane, just trying to push, staying in line. But then, coming up nearly almost 5 to go, this happened.
Got one outside now, all clear.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we are one spot away to try to get a victory. The 47, right, I think did realize, I know he didn't have to back out just to get out of the way and just let the playoff drivers decide, but because he was up there near the front for most of the day, I would be fine if he still would have battled for the win. Because honestly, even though we were still moving, not doing anything in one single file, I know that if he wanted to make a move, that I still would have maybe followed. But anyways, that happened. So now it was a matter of time to try to do the waiting game. Now, they had the 10 behind me at this point when I moved up to second. I was doing a couple things to try to make sure I get right. One, I was waiting till the leader hit the start-finish line with 5 laps left of the race. Because here, if you make it up to 5 to go while stay green, then the manual cautions that anybody calls it, or the league officials call it, will be off. That's exactly what I was doing, so that's why I was not sitting there. And secondly, I didn't say about this until after the race. I was going to plan on making a move, but I wanted to wait till it was the right time to do it, possibly nearly maybe a lap and a half left, or probably the last lap. But unfortunately, and the 88 had a heck of a good run. He had a good run to get up right behind me and decide I need to make a move fast. And to be honest, I respect him for it. So that kind of made a change of plans for me a little bit. I have to think of a different strategy right there. So yeah, different strategy was changing. We had a couple lap cars that did get out of the way. One of them was the 95, noticed what was going on, did get out of the way and came in right behind the leaders in a nice, respectful way just to get back in line to try to get some speed going, probably trying to get the fastest lap. And then, here we are, coming to the white flag behind the 19. There was some separation between like first, second, and third because I think we were all, myself and I think the 88, we were trying to make moves of our own. But I think we were playing like guessing or mind games a little bit to see if we could try to get some good runs, try to fool either one of us. But I kind of noticed it and I was trying to do it. But then it did kind of a little backfire. I did almost had a shot. But then there was some controversy that did happen. Check out this last lap finish.
Stay to your right. Nobody out back. Fantastic job. Great win.
So unfortunately that happened. And I was probably gonna do it off the tri-oval if I would have got help. But unfortunately a lap car was right there holding the inside. So unfortunately there was nothing I could do other than me and 19 had to move up to try to avoid it. But this is where the controversy gets in. 1. Remember what happened with myself and the 4? The 4 and the 14, apparently there are, I guess I don't care how many more flames I'm going to be spilling here. I guess the 4 and the 14 are like cousins or buddies or whatever. So I guess 4 was trying to give a order to the 14 to make a retaliation for the 4 despite what happened in stage 2. So not only he almost took me out in the process, but clearly made a crash fest on the back from right behind myself and the 19. That actually got the 88 of even 4 completely mad about that, though he finished third, but he was not happy with that result. So here was the official ruling of this. The 14 and the 4 have been docked 15 points for suspicious team orders off each other, and are given a 1-race suspension, all thanks to this, if this was completely retaliation, and will be given a 3-race probation once their suspension has been lifted, which means the probation of a warning will happen the entire round of 8. And anything that will probably happen, there will be more consequences at play. But yeah, that's enough more flames I'm going to be spilling here. But yeah, it did but man, it sucked that we were that close. But you know what? I'm okay with a second place finish on a place to where I was actually competing enough. We were right there. Happy with a stage win. This helped me to get a good recover after a miserable stage 1. So here you go. You can check out the rest of the results, and this is the rest of the point standings for you for the rest of the way. Thank you all so much for listening to this recap. There will be one more recap, which will be Daytona in the round of 8. So thank you all very much for listening to the recap, and I'll see you all in the next one from Mid-Ohio. Peace out.